What's up, y'all? This is Master P. I just want to tell y'all subscribe to Piperboy Williams, your verified source of battle rap and entertainment. You heard me?
Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hold on for a minute. Wait a minute. What's this? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. There's a couple things I do want to talk about. I ain't been blogging for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I've been seeing everything that's been going on. I've been kind of paying attention to what's been going on Twitter. Different battlers. People been hitting me up. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say this. Gwitty, why is you lying on Shade? Shout out to Gwitty. You know what I'm saying? So it's a couple things I do want to say. I seen you went on Angry Fans channel and you were basically saying like she was about to, you know what I mean? You made it sound like she was about to get beat up. I seen the video, you know, and it seems like it's the reverse to where she happens was kind of applying pressure to the, you know, one of his ops, you know, or somebody that he felt like was disrespecting him. Like he kind of went at him. And, you know, he wanted to box the dude, you know what I'm saying? So this is completely different than the story that we heard Gwitty put out on Angry Fans Radio, you know? So I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, y'all take it for what y'all will, you know, but Gwitty be lying sometimes. Shout out to Gwitty. Shout out to you, you know what I'm saying? I think he, Harlem Legend and Angry Fan ended up asking him, what did he think about, you know, I think it was like me, Loaded Lux, Harlem Legend, we was all talking, and they asked him, like, what did he think about that whole situation? He's just like, yo, I don't know who that dude is. I don't know who Piperboy Williams is, but he following me. Shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like, you know what I mean, Gwitty, you know, I don't know what you're doing. Like, maybe it's a situation you just want to be lit, and sometimes, you know, battlers who may not, you know, like have like great battles, like they may end up doing other things, like, you know, just being like on camera and talking and sparking things up to get people to talk and bring a lot of debate, you know what I mean? Because it's not really the battles that people are talking about, it's things outside of that. But, you know, my personal opinion is kind of just like, yo, like, you trash and shit happens and you talking about things that didn't happen. So it's like, yo, like, are you gonna like apologize to him? Or you just gonna let that rock? I seen Jack Boy Maine, he was talking to Angry Fan about it. He was just like, yo, you know, and this is like what people do. Like they just get on here and they say things, you know, that may not be necessarily true. And, you know, a lot of fans run with it, you know? So I don't know, you know what I mean? Maybe Gwitty apologized for that. Maybe not. I like Gwitty. I think Gwitty is like, you know, an interesting character. He gets people to talk, you know, so I'm not going to say like, you know, be against Gwitty or nothing like that. But, you know, looking at Gwitty and what he does, like he kind of, I mean, I know Gwitty. It was kind of like the bags and bodies. Probably thought Hitman Hollow was talking about me or whatever. Maybe he was. So you wanted to like make that separation, but you following me, brother. It's like, come on, bro. Y'all be like, come on, bro. Y'all can't even keep it. A lot of people can't keep it real. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, shout out to Gwitty. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. But, you know, at the same time, don't have people out here thinking Sheet Happens got pressed when he didn't. You know what I'm saying? But before I get into the topic, I do want to say this. I seen the A-word is shooting that Piperboy Will. Wait a minute. Man, I'm relaxing. I'm like just not, you know, paying attention to I'm just kind of just like talking to the fans. I'm on Twitter, right? And you know, I'm thinking about doing like a closure recap because I ended up watching the battles on closure. So I'm like, yo, let me do like a closure recap, but let me see what kind of views these people get, you know, on their battles and their interviews and things like that. That way I can get a gauge on whether or not it's even worth like recapping this. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to spend 2 hours of editing, you know, if like people aren't really watching these people. So I come across like Real Deal, right? Now, I haven't said anything about Real Deal on my channel ever. You know what I'm saying? I've never even said like one word about Real Deal, but I've always like thought Real Deal was like kind of all right. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of just stayed away from it. You know what I'm saying? He talked crazy about me before years ago. I kind of just like let it go. But I'm just like, yo, I'm looking around and I'm looking and it's like Real Deal does like, I guess it's like a recap or something he does of his battle. He's talking. And it's got like 500 or something like that views. So I put out a post and I'm asking people like, yo, Like, what do y'all think about this? Like, you know, Real Deal, he's got like actually like pretty decent battles. Like, you know, what do y'all think about this? It's like kind of interesting that his viewership doesn't really reflect like who he is like as a battler, because he's actually dope. You know, and then like A-Ward jumps in and he's like, no disrespect towards Real Deal will be tolerated, is what he says. So I'm kind of looking like, what? You know, I'm just kind of just like, you know what I mean? Like, what is this coming from? So I'm basically saying like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like you know, you can't make nobody respect nobody, but like, who is disrespecting Real Deal? So it's like a bunch of fans like commenting, right? And one of the fans, like somebody's commenting like, yo, like look at Loso's views on like his recaps or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then somebody else says something like, yo, like, well, you talking about, you know, his interviews or Real Deal's interviews, like what about his battles? So I put up a picture that's basically showing that Real Deal gets like 1,600 views like on his battle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like his most recent battle. And so like me, like I'm seeing like a disconnect because like the dude is dope, you know what I mean? But people aren't really watching him, you know what I'm saying? And even like Marv One like ended up commenting on the post, you see what I'm saying? And then like A-Ward comes out and he's just like, yo, I think it's like whack that you talking about somebody that you got blocked. What? A-Ward, let me talk. Like, A-Ward, I'm not Christian. Wait a minute. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give A-Ward the benefit of the doubt. I'm just like, what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who's this? You know what I'm saying? He talking. And he's just like, yo, like you talking about somebody that's blocked. First of all, A-Ward, listen to this. A lot of us have each other blocked. A lot of battlers have bloggers blocked. You see what I'm saying? A lot of bloggers have battlers blocked. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a situation where they don't like us, you know, and you know what I mean? We don't like them for the most part, some of them. You know, so it's like people have people blocked. Just because somebody has somebody blocked doesn't mean like they can't mention them. DJ Academics got a lot of people blocked. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of people got DJ Academics blocked. It doesn't mean like him covering things like it's gonna stop because somebody's blocked. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like A-Ward's kind of saying something like, yo, no disrespect, but, you know, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talk about this person, this, that, and the third. I said, no disrespect, but, you know what I'm saying? If this was a black battler, would you be, like, all on here, like, talking? You know what I'm saying? I'm being real about it. Because it's like, as soon as you mention, like, one of them type of battlers, like, people want to come out the woodworks, you know, and they get all offended and hurt and crazed. You know, so it's like, what is this? And he's basically saying like, yo, this is my friend. And, you know, I don't care if he's your friend, A-Ward. Wait a minute. Like you think like, you know what I mean? Like Surf, right? Me and Surf was like real cool. Roc just recycled on Bags and Bodies. I talked about it. You think I'm not talking about that because like Surf is like Roc's friend? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care nothing about that. It's like, if you are in the news and something is going on, I got to talk about it. I'm not about to, like, go to A-Ward and be like, yo, A-Ward, who you friends with? I got to make sure I can talk about these people. If they're friends with you, I can't talk about these people. You know what I'm saying? And then he says something, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, like, you saying it? You know, if it was you know what I mean? Like, a black rapper, would you say the same thing? You know what I mean? And, you know, it's what I'm saying. You know, and people kind of like trying to protect Ward, like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, what? No, Piperboy, you ain't have to say that. Why you saying that? And the A-Word, he comes out like, yo, I would have said this if it was Loso, if it was the Saga, if it was... You know how many times I didn't call Saga the Whack Saga? Wait a minute. Whoa, like, dude. Like, come on. Whoa. I can't talk about Real Deal because come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know I ain't never said nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? A-Ward, it's like even the Big K situation. It's like, yo, you sick. You know, it's one thing when Averb's sick or he can't make a battle. It's like, everybody's talking about it. It's a big deal. Oh, he threw up. Like, he should be able to get through it. He's the vet and this and that. but you don't show up to Big K's battle and it's like, and you know, and people don't say nothing. They kind of just like leave it alone. I'm watching, you know, so it's like, it's a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you get passes on, I'm just being real. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, you know what I mean, kind of looking and, you know what I mean, wondering like, okay, well, he want to go to URL. He want to skip the process. He don't want to do this. He don't want to do that. They trying to pay him. He trying to like, you know, still trying to get out of this and still think he deserved this and that. I'm just kind of like just watching everything. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, like as soon as, it's weird. It's like as soon as one of them type of rappers is mentioned, it's a problem. And you can look on the comments. It's like a bunch of different people. It's on them comments, you know, trying to defend A-Ward and trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is this, bro? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to A-Ward. It's like, come on, wait a minute. I wasn't even dissing Real Deal. Real Deal didn't talk crazy about me a couple years ago. I never said nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? Never mentioned him, nothing. Talked about him on my channel, nothing. But when he went on Rare Breed Entertainment and he had a battle over there, I'm like, yo, like, let me like kind of look at what Real Deal's got going on. You know what I'm saying? I want to show some respect to ARP, Rare Breed Entertainment, what they got going on. But I want to look at, you know, if people are really viewing Real Deal. I don't care if that's your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like he's my friend. Shout out to y'all for being friends. You know, but, you know, Saga and different people, I've talked about them before. You know, so if you would have had a problem with me talking about them, I've already done that. You know, so I don't understand, like, where the disconnect is, but Sade, where I don't really, you know what I mean, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Certain things I don't get, some things I understand. You know, Satan Lay jumped out the window. You know what I'm saying? I did it. You know what I mean? I talked a lot about Satan Lay. You know, and try to put good words in wherever I could for Saint LA. You know what I mean? I think Saint LA need to be on the URL. You know what I mean? I don't know if they were doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Saint LA need to be on the URL. He needs to do this. He needs to, you know what I'm saying? This person needs to battle, and Saint LA comes out the woodwork. You got A-Ward messed up! I'm like, ain't you... Y'all need to get Saint LA out the sucking place. Shout out to Saint, wait a minute. Ain't you like, we didn't, shout out to Saint LA. Shout out to you, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. It's just like, yo, I talk about people all day long on Twitter. It's engaging. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about all the battlers. It doesn't necessarily make a difference if they're your friends. I don't care if they're your friends, but shout out to you. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But shout out. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Shout out to you, A-Ward. Shout out. And then you got certain type of people, Piperboy this and Piperboy that. And there's certain type of people that's talking about me right now. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say this. I'm seeing some things, right? I'm seeing that Murder Mook then called out Rum Nitty. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I do want to say this, right? A battle between Rum Nitty and Murder Mook is not a battle that's far-fetched, right? So you got Murder Mook, he done called out Hitman Holla. You know Hitman Holla, he got bags and bodies. He ends up, you know what I'm saying? I do want to say for Hitman Holla, he ended up dropping the battle on like Ruin Your Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so shout out to him. You know, he's trying to figure out how to get his YouTube monetized, but he ended up working something out with Avocado from Ruin Your Day. So he ended up giving the people something to be able to see the battle for free. So, you know, I do want to say shout out to Hitman for that. But a battle with Hitman and Murder Mook is expensive. You got to think, like, Mook was, from what I looked at the text messages that was leaked, right? Like, Drake was looking at paying, like, Murder Mook around, like, 200-something thousand to battle, like, Easy to Block Cotton, but he didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Because he felt like, yo, like, I couldn't get ready for Easy, like, in time, whatever the reason. So he didn't want to do that. You fast forward it, you know what I mean? Hitman Holla, he's calling out Hitman. That's an expensive battle. And Drake ain't gonna be the one flipping the bill. You know what I'm saying? 9 minutes, y'all gotta think. If Mook wants somewhere around 100,000, and Hitman Holla wants somewhere around 100,000. You know what I'm saying? To charge the league, charge the culture. You know what I'm saying? I don't be taking money from the culture, but if he wanted to charge URL somewhere around 100,000 to battle for like 9 minutes, and then you gotta pay like Murder Mook to battle on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Is it really worth 9 minutes of material to pay like probably $300,000 or somewhere around that for a battle. You know what I'm saying? Where you got Rum Nitty, Mook's calling him out, Rum Nitty's responding. You know what I'm saying? It would make more sense to book a battle like that, in my opinion. I feel like Rum Nitty's put in a lot of work. A lot of people rock with Rum Nitty. You know what I'm saying? We feel like Rum is there. Like, if you look at it in 2022, I'm just being realistic. I feel like Rum Nitty's material that he had for A-War on the Riot, nobody in 2022, if they were paired going up against Rum Nitty, could win against him. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like it. So you got Rum Nitty, who has like one of the best pins in battle rap. A lot of people respect him. If Murder Mook is calling him out, this is not going to be a $250,000 battle. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. This is going to be something that's kind of obtainable. You know, if Mook is in a contract, you know what I'm saying, and he's got a certain amount of battles that he's got to do, you know, like, is it a bad idea to put on like Rum Nitty versus Murder Mook? I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I feel like Rum Nitty should have got a lot of looks. You know, like maybe him versus Cassidy, but you got to think, you know, when Cassidy and Arsenal went at it, you know, why did they give Cassidy Arsenal instead of Rum Nitty when everybody was calling for that? You know, is that, you know what I mean? Could that have been a problem? It's the marketing. You know, they felt like, I'm sure that Rum Nitty doesn't market like a lot of people, so it's like all the marketing and everything would be on Cassidy to put a battle like that together. Me, my personal opinion, Murder Mook versus Rum Nitty, put it together. Why not? If he wants to go up against somebody that people consider like one of the best right now, and I feel like Rum Nitty is that, put it together. Like, why, like, wait? You know what I'm saying? I rock with Rum Nitty, I rock with Murder Mook, you know what I'm saying? Mook, you know I ain't never gonna be, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people serve people like that. They know I'm never gonna lie to them. I'm gonna tell them like what it is. You know, I think this is a good battle. I don't think it's a bad battle. You know what I'm saying? To put on. If you want to go up against somebody like that, so be it. You know, but, you know, like you versus Hitman, that's kind of something that's out of the realm of possibilities when you look at how much these battles cost. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at you versus, you know what I'm saying, Rum Nitty. Shout out to you. If that's something you want to do, I see Rum Nitty's responding, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you. I see, you know, Roc is kind of responding to what's going on with everybody talking about Roc recycling. He did an interview and they talking. You know what I'm saying? And Roc is saying like, yo, the whole thing is like, I'm surprised that I'm able to memorize all this material within an hour. I've added some material to the Mike P bars that I have versus Mike P, but it's not really about that. It's about the memorization, you know, and I'm like, you know, surprised that I'm able to memorize that. Tay Roc! I wasn't born yesterday, Roc. Shout out to Roc. You already had that. Man, I could bring back rounds right now. I could bring back your rounds and know what they is. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about, you know, bro, you already wrote that for Mike P. You already knew what you was going to say. You know what I'm saying? Because you wrote that for Mike P. If you threw a couple of bars in here and there, you know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily matter. This is not going in on Roc. Roc, you know I rock with you, Roc. Tay Roc! You know I rock with you. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, whether or not you have a couple of new bars in there, for the most part, most of that was what you wrote for Mike P. I can bring back a lot of, like, bars and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Octopus! Serial number scratched off. That's how a Glock should know. This spit 16 without the hook. I'm Harley Davidson. I could show you how a chopper look. This drop. You won't even see how college look. What? I remember your rounds. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you putting rounds out like that doesn't necessarily mean anything because it's the rounds that's already been completed that you put out. And I see some people in the blog that I put out earlier basically saying like, yo, this could get Hitman Holla sued. It can. You know, when people are not thinking like digital imprints, right? So when Hitman Holla ends up putting something out and it's a bunch of stuff that's recycled on other leagues, you know what I'm saying? Like the other leagues could, if they felt like it, sue him, you know, for the digital rights, you know what I'm saying, to whatever that he's put out. They can say, yo, like, yo, I own the lyrics to that. You can't put that out. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, like Roc, you might not think that's a big deal, but it's a big deal. URL probably ain't gonna get petty like that. You know, but another league might, you know what I'm saying? And some people saying like, yo, well, it's Roc's rounds. It don't matter. That's URL's rounds. Wait a minute. Those are URL's rounds. Those are not Roc's rounds. When you sign that contract, when you take that money, you know what I'm saying? And they have to, you know what I mean? And the battle's done. URL owns all of that. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what people are thinking. They own that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you putting people at liability for putting stuff out that other leagues own. And this is why recycling becomes an issue. You know what I'm saying? But this is not hating on Roc and nothing like that. I rock with Roc. You one of the GOATs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people gonna rock with you and support you. But at the end of the day, being real, you can't just sit there recycling and think it's fine and it's okay. It's because you wrote it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be real with it. But he kind of just like skated over it. Like, hip hop is real. I think Knowledge Guy ended up interviewing him on that and talking to him about it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he feels like it ain't a big deal, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take it for what y'all will. I think it's a big deal. I don't think you should be doing that. You know what I'm saying? This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody. Shout out. Christmas about to come. Christmas gonna be here in so many days. Everybody mad. Piperboy, why you talking about this? Why you talking about that? Why you mad at this? Why you mad at that? I feel like people should not be recycling and they should not be, you know what I mean, rehearsing. That's what I feel. You know what I mean? It's my personal opinion. But when we, you know what I mean, we look at everything I'm talking about with Gwitty. Shout out to Gwitty. Gwitty, you know I rock with you, Gwitty. You know what I mean? But you can't be like going on Angry Fans channel and like lying on people. You can't be doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand he's giving a lot of people opportunities to get visibility. It doesn't matter how he's doing it. He's giving people opportunity to get visibility. So it's like, you know, you're not really known for your material. You know what I mean? In battles, you known for like, you know what I mean, keeping people entertained with like, you know, what you say on the show. We rock with you. You know, but you can't be going on there lying on Sheet Happens like that, bro. Because I'm looking at all this, you know what I'm saying? People sending me videos like, yo, Gwitty lying. I'm like, what are they talking about? I go back, I listen to what you saying versus like about Sheet Happens, and then I go back and I look at the interaction that Sheet had with his op. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like the op didn't want to fight. It didn't look like Sheet Happens didn't want to fight. It looked like his op didn't want to fight. It looked like Lady Caution was trying to break it all up. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? The op didn't want to fight for whatever reason. You know, so, like, does Sheet Happens deserve, like, an apology for that? Or not? You know what I'm saying? As far as A-Word, I rock with you. Whoa, dude! Yo! I rock with you. You know, but, you know, I talk about a lot of people. I'm talking about the saga, the wax saga and all that. I don't call them that no more. Shout out to Saga. I'm talking about a lot of people. Nobody said nothing. As soon as one of them type of battlers are mentioned, it's a problem. My son is white. You know what I'm saying? I say what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just went to his basketball game early. He's white. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the same time, it don't matter. None of that should matter. You know, but... You know what I mean? Like, if we say something about you know what I mean? Like, why? Where's the energy? Whatever. But, you know, you can't, just because you friends with somebody, you can't control somebody's content. You know what I mean? I was letting you know what it is. You know what I mean? Everybody been rocking with you. But it's like, come on, bro. And then, like, when somebody retweet quotes you, you know what I'm saying? Or tweet quotes you and you say something, they basically trying to show their friends that they ain't said something against you. So they friends can like see it, you know what I mean, whoever following them and kind of rock with them or whatever they be doing. With that, I don't go on people's like, you know what I'm saying? This is Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? I might go on his, say something on there. You know what I'm saying? Or say something on like one of these big, huge publications. But I'm not about to go on anybody on battle raps, you know what I'm saying, Twitter, and like quote tweet and say something just to go against them so my fans can see I'm going against them. I can do that all day long. But that's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you. I don't know what's going on, but you and Real Deal might be friends. I don't care. You talked about me all day long. I ain't say nothing about him for years. And when I did talk about him, it was respectable. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you. I mean, I can't be saying that. Y'all see what happened to Kanye? Wait a minute. Different kind of people. You know, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Kanye ain't talking about different kind of people. When you talk in battle rap, when you talk about certain type of people, you see people coming out the woodwork. Look at them comments. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Shout out to Tay Roc. I see you mad at a lot of people. See you, you know, Gwitty, you know what I mean? Apologize to Sheed. He ain't bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had the, you know what I mean? Like everybody was talking about the rehearsing thing. Other than that, he don't be bothering nobody. He be staying to himself. People be trying to bring drama to him. You know what I mean? Like, be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got everybody looking, thinking like Sheed happens and just got punked. You know what I'm saying? Punked out, and that's not even the case. Like, he brought the drama and was ready to box. You know what I'm saying? The dude didn't want to take it there. He's like, I ain't ready to box. I don't want to box. And then the dude from, like, the Philly Academy, Battle Academy, like, yo, y'all gonna fight. Y'all gonna do what y'all want. And then Lady Caution was like, no, I'm trying to get paid for this. You know, like, we ain't trying to, like, no, it's too much. You know, like, you know, she was trying to, like, quarterback the situation and fix the situation. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Gwitty. Shout out to everybody. I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about. I'm just a blogger. Wait a minute. You know what the problem is? I'm just being real with it. All in all, caffeine don't get no views. Saying what it is. They don't get no views. Right? So it's like any little thing we say is a big deal. I barely blogged last month and I got almost more than the whole site of caffeine and views. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem for URL. It's a problem for people in general. When they see stuff like that, it's an issue. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Y'all keep rocking out. You know what I mean? Leave me alone. I'm just trying to survive and trying to live. I'm buying stuff on Amazon for Christmas. They keep changing the website. They keep doing updates. I can't find nothing. Wait a minute. I'm painting my house. I'm painting my new YouTube studio I ain't even used yet. You know, and I'm getting hit up for like craziness. Shout out to A-War. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? But I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.